is that noise? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you may be listening to my podcast. This is Miss Diva. Thank you for taking time to listen. I've been doing on my podcast poems and spoken words. I decided to today to get on my podcast to talk about me, myself, my ups, my downs, my frustrations, my failures, my disappointments. Um, I'm not perfect. There's but I am perfect and I don't smoke, I don't drink, and I don't do all that. But my life is not perfect. I have issues that I have to deal with every day. Everybody has issues. There's nobody perfect in this world. Nobody. Everybody has something that they're dealing with. Everybody's going through something. Everybody's going through difficulties, stressful situations, sadness, loss, bitterness. Everybody's going through something. But I'm not talking about everybody, I'm talking about me. Putting me out there, letting you know about me. I have days where I sit and I think, I get upset with myself. I feel that my podcast is not going where I wanted to go. You know, the beginning of my podcast, I talked about my abusive relationship, the sexual abuse that I was in. And that brought a lot of hate within myself, hate for men, hate for life because of what I went through. And it took a while for me to get past that. It took a while for me to get over that. It took years for me to want to even talk about it. I never went to a psychiatrist. I never talked to anyone about what I was going through. I never put it out there. My family didn't know. My siblings didn't know what I went through. They didn't know anything about how I was abused. They didn't know anything about the hurt. They didn't know anything about the hate that I had. I kept it to myself. I didn't want to talk about that because it was something that it was not comfortable to talk about. So I didn't. So when I eventually started talking about it, I started my podcast talking about, abuse, the sexual abuse that I experienced in my lifetime, what I went through, how I was abused, the type of abuse. It wasn't just physical, it was mental. You know, you name it about sexual abuse, I went through it. So I've been trying to think of ways to get single women to listen to my podcast, join my podcast, to get more subscribers to my podcast. I thought, writing poems or, spoken words or reading them with the help of Chat GTP help me write the poems and the spoken words. But what I'm speaking about today is me, the me, myself. You know, I had a couple of days here where I just cried because I just couldn't understand. I just didn't know why. I just wanted answers right now. Um, I didn't like, I don't have a friend. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't have a friend. I don't have that friend where I can call and I go visit or she come visit me. I don't have a friend. And I've learned to accept that. You know, it's nothing I can do about it. They always say if you want to have a friend, show yourself friendly. Well, I show myself friendly, you know, um, but I don't have a friend. I don't have that person I could go and talk to and they listen to me when I have my days where I'm crying or I have my days where I'm down or I have my days where I just want someone just to listen to what I have to say, how I'm feeling that particular day. It just seems like no matter where I go, I do my podcast, and I tell people that, I let them know I done a podcast and I'm publishing now whenever I publish it and I don't get no response. And for me to sit here and say it doesn't bother me, I will be lying because it does bother me because I just want to feel part of something. And I had to be honest with you. When you don't have someone that you can talk to, I talk to the Lord. He's my best friend. I talk to the Lord, but that that personal, that human contact, I don't have that. I would love to have that. I don't know what it takes to have that, or I don't know. You know, um, I don't I don't get invited to different places. That bothers me. I don't get people calling me saying how you doing. Well, my daughter does. But far as outside of that, I don't get no one calling, checking on me. Because there's days where, I need just to hear someone say, you got this, you'll be all right. It's okay. But when you don't hear that, it's a struggle. It's not easy to feel rejection. If anybody say that rejection is okay and it don't bother them, they're liars because rejection it hurts. Wanting to be part of somebody, want to be part of have a relationship that you have a best friend you can go and y'all can go out to eat or call or do something. I don't have that, and that bothers me because I don't know why. I tell them I'm doing a podcast and I don't have, I put it on Facebook that I just publish a podcast and give me likes or encouraging words. I don't get that either, and for that bothers me. That's why I try to stay off of Facebook because I don't care what I post on Facebook. I don't get encouraging words. You got this. It's okay. I don't get that. I don't get that. I got your back. I'm here for you. Anytime you want to talk, I'm here for you. I don't have that. So that's why I do my podcast and reach out to let people know that everybody needs somebody. Everybody needs someone they can talk to, they can lean on. They can let them know that, I'm having a bad day today, I'm down today. Or I just want you to listen, I just want you to understand that I'm hurting right now. And that I just need you just to understand that I'm not mad with nobody. I just don't understand why you see, when I go on Facebook and I see different people be lifted up, but I'm not lifted up. I'm going to be honest with you on this here podcast today. I'm talking about how I am feeling, how I have felt, and it's not comfortable. It's not enjoyable. It's not peaceful. It's not. When people ignore you, that's the worst thing to me, to be ignored, to to be like you don't really exist. I know you're in front of me, but I don't really see you. So when I read poems, these poems that I read is what I'm experiencing, is how I am feeling, is what my heart is feeling at that moment. So I read these poems because this is how I'm feeling, and I'm expressing what I feel. You know, everybody needs somebody. Everybody do. They need somebody that they can rely on, that they understand. And I wrote a poem. I had Chat GPT write a poem, and the title was, Do You See the Storm Behind My Smile? Do you see the storm behind my smile, or do you stop at the shine? Do you ever wonder what it took for me to say I'm fine? My laughter hides lightning, my silence holds rain. Every grin I wear is stitched together with pain. You see confidence, but not the nights I cried alone. You see strength, but not the cracks in my bones. Behind this smile are memories I had to forgive, wounds I had to heal, and a heart still learning how to live. Sometimes I smile just to remind myself I can, that joy is not gone. It's just burnt, buried beneath the plan God wrote for me to rise again. So before you praise the glow, look deeper. See the thunder that made me strong, the storm that built my calm. Because behind this smile, Miss Diva stands tall, a survivor, a believer, a woman who's been through it all. That's what my smile is about. I wrote another one. Do you really care? Do you really care, or do you just say the words because silence feels too heavy? Do you see my tears are only the strength I wear, like a shield I never asked for? You tell me to speak my heart, but when I do, you turn away as if my truth is too much to hold. And I'm speaking my truth today. Caring is not in what you say, it's how you stay. When the room gets quiet, when the pain spills over, when I'm too tired to smile. Do you care enough to hear the story behind my sigh? To see the storm behind my eyes? To sit with me when the world moves on, because I carry the weight of pretending I'm fine, just to make others comfortable, but I can't do that anymore. So if you ask me what I need, it's not your sympathy, it's your presence, it's your heart that says, I see you, I hear you, I care. Sometimes that's what people need, to feel that you really care. I see the hurt behind the eyes, and I'm here if you just want to talk. Sometimes people just need that. Just need a listening ear, not a judging ear, a listening ear to listen about what's going on in an individual's life. And a listening ear is the best medicine for an individual who's going through something in their life. A listening ear, a caring ear, not a judging ear. Not for you to hear and listen to what I'm saying, to say, oh yeah, yeah, she said, this what she said. That's not what that's not what I need. I need to hear. I need to say how I'm feeling, and I need to feel that you understand. Give me that listening ear, that caring ear, that ear that says, I understand. I may not know what it feels like because of what you went through, but I'm here to listen, to be that shoulder you can lean on, to be that shoulder you can put your head on and cry. You know, when people say the sky's the limit, I smile because I already touched beyond it. They only see clouds, but I see galaxy waiting for me to dream louder, and I'm trying to dream louder. The sky can't contain a woman who's been through pain and still choose to rise again. They told me to aim high, but I aim holy. I aim healed. I aim whole. Because limits only exist when you stop believing in your wings. And I was born to soar. Even in scars on my soul, I climbed through storms, walked through fire, and now I dance in the rain. Not to prove anything, but to remind myself that freedom lives in me. So, no, the sky is not my limit, it's my reflection. It mirrors the depth of who I become. And when I rise, I don't stop at the clouds. I rise until my heart touches peace, until Miss Tiva stands tall, shining among the stars she was born to claim. So when you hear me talk or when you hear me read poems or spoken words or speak of me, I'm speaking truth that no one else can speak but me. I'm speaking myself. No one else can speak about me because they don't know, because they have not never experienced the me inside that I carry, the hurt that I have experienced, the joy, the pain, the frustration, the failure, the defeats. But I still keep taking one step at a time, believing in myself that one day it's going to be okay. One day I'm going to say, you know what? I know that I can survive through this. You know, I thought about giving up the podcast because I don't have listeners. And I try to think of what route to go, what way to go, what can I do to bring more listeners, more subscribers? Because the more I seem to post, it seems like I'm begging, and I don't want to do that. I want to know that I'm being heard. You know, sometimes a mere "you got this" could take an individual farther than you can ever imagine. So when you see me out and about, don't judge me because if I didn't happen to see you, I didn't speak. I'm going to be me through all the hurt, the pain, frustrations. I'm going to be me. I plan on living long, strong. I plan on living a long life, and I plan on keeping my podcast because I know one day, I'll get more subscribers. I'll get more encouraging words. I'll get, someone to lift me up. So understand this podcast today is speaking out, letting you know that I have feelings. I hurt. I cry. I get down. I fall. Days I want to give up and do nothing. But I push past the frustration, the hurt, the pain, and tell myself I can do it. It's going to be okay. Because I know that through it all, I'm going to help somebody one day. So listen to this podcast today with an open ears and open heart to understand that I'm reaching out for you. I'm reaching out. Understand and listen to the depths of an individual's conversation You know where they're at. You know what's going on. Don't give up. If somebody's going through something, listen to them. Listen to them. Stand by them. Lift them up. Don't throw them to the side. Don't throw them away. Don't say, well, that, oh, well, whatever. Understand. Everybody needs a listening ear. Everybody needs somebody to understand them. Everybody needs somebody to say, I got you back. And I thank you for listening. Probably not what you thought would be on my podcast today, but it's what I felt to say today. It's how I'm feeling today. I just want to be heard. Just want to be lifted up. Just want to be encouraged. So always remember somebody needs a pat on the back. Someone needs encouraging words. Someone needs to be told, you got this, keep going, don't give up. Don't always look at somebody smile and say, oh, they all right, because you don't know what's behind that smile. You don't know the tears that they shed through the night. You don't know the wet pillow that they cried all night long because they just felt they wasn't worthy of anything. So don't look at somebody's smile and say they got it. Look at somebody's smile and say, Lord, if there's anything behind that smile, I pray that you help them today and give me the right words to encourage them, to say to them, if there's something behind that smile that I don't see, but you see. And always remember, God loves you and so do I. Don't give up on me. Thank you. Have a great day.